Hey y'all, I wanted to come on here today to talk about something really specific about the chaos that starts to ensue as you make a decision to change things in your life and to move in a different direction, and how that chaos is not always, some people might read that chaos like if everything was supposed to be, if it was going the way that it's supposed to, it would go smoothly. But that's not really true. Oftentimes when you leave your comfort zone, things will get very chaotic just because you have made a decision and changed course. And static will ensue because you are not following the patterns that you've been following. And things will seem very haywire, or in fact will be very haywire, but it's not all the time a sign that you shouldn't be going in that direction or that you shouldn't have made that choice. It really simply is the reality has got to catch up with your decision, and until that happens, things can be chaotic and feel crazy. So today is the first Monday since I got fired last week. And, I got up this morning and I did my yoga and meditation and walked and set out to do some things. I did some errands like around the city, things that I've needed to do but I haven't done. I did that today. I met up with a former colleague who is a friend, and we got together, and that felt very affirming, and talked with her. So that was 2 days in a row of linking up with former colleagues turned friends, and it's been so heartwarming that these people, and even people that I didn't expect, have been reaching out to me from my former organization. I just heard the news. I hope you're good. I'm wishing you the best. And it's really just been an outpouring of love and care and community, which has felt really, really nice. So I take things like that as signs for the love of humanity, but also signs that my path, the path that I'm walking, is fine, and it will be fine, and everything will work out. I don't look at the chaos as like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't be doing this. I pretty much expect the chaos. Like I said, I'm not I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And there was a time in my life where I did think that the chaos meant that I was going down the right path, but that's when I didn't have complete understanding. But now I definitely have a deeper understanding of the way change happens and the way manifestation happens. So, you just stay the course, you build your strategy, you figure out your plan, and you take that plan day by day. Sometimes there's going to be days where things are not aligning the way that you want them to, or you didn't get accomplished what you wanted to, or the amount of work that you wanted to do, and all those kinds of things. But none of that is a sign that you shouldn't be doing anything, because what you got to remember is that there is no right or wrong. There is no right path or right decision or wrong decision. There's just decisions that impact you one way or another. I would say negative and positive over good and bad, but you can definitely make a decision that puts you in a negative position. You can make decisions that put you in a positive decision, or on a positive path. But nevertheless, I just wanted to drop in and really just touch on that about, and sometimes it's fear that is telling you that, oh my goodness, things are crazy, this must not be how it's supposed to be. A lot of times that's fear, because fear, like the way that your nervous system interprets what's happening around you, or whenever, the nervous system is always, it's like water trying to find its level. It's trying to find safety. And when we make a decision outside of the comfort zone, to the nervous system, that signals that this is an unsafe move. So we begin to imprint on the field of the world, which is, I am unsafe. This does not feel good. And then we start to see signs that confirm for us that this must not be good. But the truth is that when you can settle your nervous system or anchor into your decisions without fear, and trust that you will continue to make choices and you will be motivated and inspired to take certain actions and do certain things that align you with what you want, the universe will then confirm those actions for you in what I would refer to as positive ways to move you closer to that thing that you want. You get me? Like, does that make sense? I'm so tired, so I don't know if I'm explaining that perfectly. I really am so tired. That's something that I noticed too about the shift. When you are shifting, big decisions make you tired. Like, your nervous system is, again, like I said, trying to find its level. So you are not doing the repetitive everyday things that you are used to, and your nervous system is like, what the fuck is going on? I need to try to find a grounding. I need to find a peace. But in the static of the decision, even if you know what you're doing in your brain, right? Your nervous system is just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I need to shut down, or I need to build up my rest because I don't know what type of fight I'm up for. You know, this is what the nervous system is. This is the feedback that the nervous system is getting in the action that it's taking. But if you do things like your breath work and your yoga and your somatic practices and your EFT tapping and I'm not saying you have to do all those things, but any of the things that help you to ground and to regulate, do that so that you can begin to send the right signals to your nervous system. Your nervous system is like, okay, we're safe in this new place. We're safe doing these new things. We're safe not going to that job that I was regularly going to, those kind of things. And then the chaos will start to subside and things will begin to align for you the way that you want them to. I can't give you a timeline. I think that is up to the individual, but you know, that's what it is. So I just wanted to pop in, say that, because that's what I'm really on. That's what I'm noticing. And all of the great that's happening, I'm tired as hell. And also witnessing, observing the chaos from an observer perspective more than a fear perspective. Because like I told you in previous videos, like, I'm really not afraid. I'm really not worried or any of those things. And let me be clear, I am not afraid or worried because I got it all figured out, or because I have some enormous savings, or I got like some kind of a windfall or something and I'm just so secure. No, that is not the case. However, I just still am not afraid. It's hard for me to explain, especially because I'm tired. I think I explained it in a couple days ago video, but yeah. So really, mostly I just wanted to talk about the chaos and our lives finding balance, and how, most importantly, the chaos does not mean that you are walking the wrong path. All right, so just something to think about. I will be back tomorrow, more rested and ready to talk about what's happening next for me as I prepare to ramp things up in my business. I have a couple retreats coming up. I have a one-day retreat with some retreat collaborators that I'm working with. And then I have a weekend retreat coming up in October. So I will share some things about that and let y'all know how I shifted from my 9 to 5 and used that discipline and that focus even more so on my stuff and what the stuff of mine is that I'm working on currently. So with that, I will leave you. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Please like, please comment. Can you relate to any of this? Let me know. I'm not going through this alone. And I will see you